Show. I'm your host, Chris Hii. The rapid development in science, especially physics, has created a variety of careers for teenagers to choose. They are not limited to traditional careers like scientists, engineers, or doctors. Today, they can choose to become a firework designer, a hydrologist, or even game designer. All these jobs sound fancy, eh? Does this influx of choices benefits or harms the teenager in their career selection? Is this giving too much choice to them, or helping them, or confusing them? Joining us today is our special guest, Mr. Sii. Hello, Mr. Sii.
Hi.
Welcome to today's interview. Would you like to say hello to our audience here?
Hello.
So, Mr. Sii, welcome to the show once again. Would you like to describe your current occupation? How did you stumble upon it?
Currently, my occupation is mechanical engineering, involved in material handling system design for industries, especially in the food and dairy industries.
So you are talking about foods like ketchup sauces and all that stuff?
Food industries like milk powder, sugar industries, all food industries related to powder handling. Yeah.
So how did you stumble upon this career?
This career is actually very challenging because you really need to know the technical part of it. So you have to go through work, and then it is actually starting from the field work that you gain experience.
So at what point of your life did you decide that, yes, this is definitely my career? Who influenced your decision the most?
In fact, before I chose to become engineers or precisely mechanical engineer, actually my dad, he was a mechanic. So in one way or another, he will influence me, I think.
So how many physics related courses did you take after high school? What are they and why did you take them?
I think maybe, for example, thermodynamics, that is part of the prerequisite to become a mechanical engineer. Yeah, so that is part of the courses requirement.
So you need them to graduate?
Yes, that's right.
So how did physics in high school and university affect your decision in your career?
You mean taking physics
Yeah, the course itself or the subject itself.
affect my career?
Yeah, after your decision on your career, does it like attract you towards mechanical engineering?
I don't think so, because it is just a requirement. So coincidentally, it is part of the requirement. So whether you like it or not, you have to take it.
So it's not like interest, just like a prerequisite.
Yeah, yes, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you pick your university based on your future career?
No. Yeah.
So you are forced to go into a university in a sense?
Actually, when I decided to go to this university, I haven't actually looked very far what actually is my career path. So basically, it's not really a choice of to decide a university based on my career path. It's actually to select what universities actually are available at that time. Yeah.
So it's more of a need rather than your own choice.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So skeptics are always questioning about how useful university courses are actually. In your case, are these courses actually helpful in career later on?
Oh, absolutely. You need to know these courses, especially like physics. You have to know these. These are actually the foundation to build in your career path. Whether you need them 100% or not, or maybe just partially, but you need those things to help you in your future career. That is very important. Yeah.
So that means that you should make full use of all your courses while you're taking.
That's right. Yes, you may only need a few percentage in your career path in the actual way, but
it's still
that
important.
is very important.
Could you give some tips on how to survive university, especially on those courses related to your field?
I think when you are in university, not so much you think of your career path, because what is more important is you concentrate in your courses first before you think about your future career. So make it concentrate.
So staying on the ground, be realistic, finish your
that's
short-term
right.
goals before thinking of
Then you
anything.
go for the second part.
So which approach is better in your field? Multiple degrees or one PhD?
I think all these are possible. Yeah, because as I said, they are only the foundation for your future career. So whether it's multiple degrees or PhD, I think it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay. So does the university that you graduate affect your job prospects later on?
At the point of my time of graduation, maybe a little bit, but for these days, I don't think so. Yeah. So at that time, which university you graduate is maybe quite important. It's quite important. Yeah. Your employee will look upon those. This is part of the criteria, maybe.
So that means like in your days, if you graduate for a lousy university, then your chances are a bit lower?
Yes, that's right. Yes. Yeah.
But in today, it doesn't really matter.
I think because there are so many universities and colleges, around us, so it doesn't matter. Yeah.
So what are the do's and don'ts that fresh graduates should follow when they are being interviewed for their first job, especially jobs related to your field?
First, I think you have to be yourself. Don't jump into too far. Be realistic, and then be honest what you know. So don't try to create that you know a lot of things. So just be yourself, and then be polite. Just be honest.
So employers like honest employees?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. So what forms of training did you receive for your employers that assisted your professional development?
During my early days of my career, actually, we are sent to the field. So actually, we gain knowledge from the field itself. Not so much on the paperwork, but of course, paperwork will be also important. But more important is the field work.
So it's like more of like observation,
Yes.
application,
Yes,
and
that's
problem
right.
solving.
Yes, yes.
So how passionate are you towards your career? Give some examples of what you have done in your current job.
As a mechanical engineer, actually, be honest, I have done a lot of creative projects for so many years, and we have completed so many successful projects, which are very challenging, and even we beat many competitors. So this is something great that we have achieved.
So if I'm not mistaken, you have set up your own company, right?
Yes, that's right.
So what are the challenges like being a startup company to face all those big companies?
You know, to be competitive in our field, you really have to be better than your competitor. So in other words, what is more important to survive in our market is to give the best service to your customers. So not only that you know, but you must give self-esteem and then give the best service to your customers. In this way, your customers will like your service. So not really that your experience better than your competitor. I think more important is to provide service.
So it's like giving service, giving the best service so
Yes.
that people are loyal to your company and
Yes.
they will come back again.
Yes, that's right.
So how physically demanding is your job? Is it more oriented towards indoor work or outdoor work?
Both because our company is involved in the powder handling system. So when we design the system, we build the system, we need to erect or install the system, some outdoor, some indoor. So both you have to be work under the sun, you know. So it's quite physically challenging. So you have to take it.
So what are the skills necessary for your career? Can you give some examples of skills that students can pick up while they are still studying?
I think in my job, to survive, you really need to be creative. You know, yes, your mind need to be really creative, and then you need just sometimes you need to think out of the box, because our system is such a way that it is not you can learn on paper. You can only learn it from the field. When you make mistake, you learn. So in actual fact, it is very flexible. So you really need to be alert. Some mistakes make you learn. Yeah. So this is very challenging.
So how about, do they need to be problem solvers?
Yes, that you must be a problem solver, because our field require us to be problem solving and troubleshooting. Yeah. When problem arise, so you must know where to begin with. So this is very challenging.
How about risk management? Does it really matter in your career?
What do you mean by risk?
As in like managing risks, because like you're using solutions that haven't been used before. So evaluating risks of all these solutions.
Yes, sometimes it's a little bit of try and error. So it is maybe involved a little bit. Yeah.
So it all boils down to experience.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So what are the first and second hand experiences that I should obtain if I want to follow your path?
Experience only comes in when you
Start working.
do the real work. When you involve in the real work, then you only gain the experience. That is no shortcut.
So that means like all those projects in universities are just comparatively very simple compared to
Yeah,
the real
that's
world.
right. That's right. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what are the qualities that employers want from their employees, especially in your field?
First, you must be able to be available. I mean, because we require not employee to be 8 to 5 kind of concept. So you have to stay long hours. Some customers are very demanding, so you must be able to take this kind of challenging work.
Then isn't it kind of similar to doctors as well, where they're kind of on call?
It's not really those kind of on call. What really challenging is when customer demand something, so you must use your experience and your ideas to come out because we are involved in problem solving. We are designing a system. If the design will not work, that means your work, your design cannot work. So you must
Make
think,
fixes.
you must think of another way. So this is very challenging.
So in one way or another to
Yeah.
meet the demands before the deadline.
Yes. Your system at the end must pass the test. You know? So you have to work. It has to work. So
Sounds like a tough job. So we'll come back to the show. So how much physics did you use in your daily life, especially during a job? Does the law of physics really matter in your daily tasks?
yeah, physics is important in our career because every formula we need those physics in our calculations. So that is very important.
So all those Bernoulli's principles, do they really matter? Like, does it really affect your product or affect your systems?
No, they are important. They are the basic. They are the basic part of our calculation. So we need physics.
So it's not like just one calculation, but it's a series of
Yes,
calculations.
that's right.
So what are the contributions of scientists, especially physicists in your field? Do they make your job more efficient with their discoveries?
Physics is important in our field because all our system design actually based on calculation, and you know those calculations come from physics. So yeah, that is important.
So if those scientists didn't make all these discoveries, then it will definitely hinder your job now, right?
Yes.
Like you have to do all those manual discoveries.
Yes,
Right?
that's right.
So how does the market look like today? Are there jobs for me if I graduate today?
Yeah, for sure, because I think down the road there will be a lot of career for engineers, especially now our industry require automation system instead of human labor, so there will be a lot of jobs created for engineers.
So what are the difference in expectations on engineers today and 10 years from now?
In future, I think because of the market requirement, those market they are actually more demanding than the previous. So we need technology. We need these engineers to bring in new ideas in order to improve the system.
So that means that their education is very important, their creative thinking skills.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. So what do you think about the development of technology related to your field? How does it help in your daily tasks?
Technologies, as I say, will bring us to another level because the demand that is required in the market. So technology will bring us more accuracy, especially in our work. Efficiency is also important because of the technology.
So is 100% efficiency achievable now?
Not really, but it is improving every time.
So it improves with the experience of the engineers as well?
Yes, that's right.
So would you choose the same path if you are able to change your past?
I will still choose the same.
So you've still been true to your engineer career?
Yes, that's right.
So before ending our show, would you like to give some tips to our friends that might want to pursue a career in engineer later on?
Yeah, I will advise students just to be concentrated in your current curriculum.
Studies.
your studies, and then when you step up into the society, just be yourself, and then be more concentrated in your work, then you can get the goal that you like to be.
Thank you, Mr. Sii.
Yeah.